Hey everybody! Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all. That's our resident Santa impersonator, Christopher Hampson, and I'm your host, AJ Hamilton. And of course, we have Girl on Couch. Here we decide what deserves to...
delicious beer.
Yes.
I'm having a Draconic.
Ooh, lovely. And I am having alcoholic apple cider.
Nice.
Yummy, yummy.
Nice. I'm pouring this into an eggnog right now.
That sounds disgusting.
I kind of wish that eggnog was a foreign drink and that the N and the G was both silent in it.
Eggnog.
No, just eh-oh.
Eggnog.
Eh-oh.
No more G's. Get them out of here. We don't need them.
It's all just breathy because that's how that drink is.
Well, here we at out of memory, we decide what deserves to stay in our memories and what we can delete out of our overstuffed brains.
That's hubris.
That's
I feel like
brain hacking.
Like there should be some kind of override or failsafe with our brains where it's like, no, this is something you should keep. All this shit that you're talking about in your podcast, it's not needed. Don't you want to know how to filter water? Like, it's a very easy compound. Just layer some very basic materials, and you could live forever if the system goes down.
But this isn't a prepper podcast. This is a nerd podcast.
It's true. We will be the first to die.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
and join us.
Yeah. No, I look at my muscle mass. It's not great.
Speaking of
mass. Oh, yes. Christmas, Xmas. We're going to talk about one of the greatest movies of all time, Die Hard.
Really? No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Really going to do it?
No, we're not. Sorry,
everybody. You son of a bitch. So is he switching it right now?
The greatest Christmas movie of all time.
It really is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. And Girl on Couch is shaking her head right now because she saw some kind of roast of Bruce Willis, and he was like, for everyone's information, I can't do it.
That's pretty close.
Can you do Bruce Willis' voice?
No. That's closer than I could get.
He said, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Whatever Bruce Willis sounds like.
Die Hard is not a... No, I can't do it.
I can't do it unless it's like a line from Die Hard.
Oh, of course,
which is the greatest Christmas movie, as we know.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's Christmas songs. There's Christmas trees. You know, that's pretty much it.
Die Hard.
He has that season's greeting tape on his back when he hides the gun. I mean, of course it's Christmas.
It's
obviously
super Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I believe they even play Christmas music when they're walking away. No,
they do. True. Yeah. Oh, the weather outside is weather. What?
Was that Arrested Development?
No, that was Paul Rudd in that Judd Apatow movie.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Chasing Amy. No, I don't know.
Oh, what? That's not Judd Apatow.
No, it's not.
Jesus Christ.
What's the one? Losing Silverman? I don't know.
Saving Silverman?
I'm bad at this.
That's not Apatow either. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's move on.
It's that one with the guy from How I Met Your Mother.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, that's the one. Jesus Christ, we are real good at this. Speaking of Christmas songs, what's one of your favorite Christmas songies?
Honestly, the one that really makes me feel like it's Christmassy time is once I hear Mariah Carey do any kind of Christmas musical like that. That's how I know. It really it sets it in my bones. I'm in that mode. Start wearing my Santa hat.
Interesting. You know what? It's a haunting song, but yes, she's very haunting.
Because she bends the notes so much. That's what the ghosts in my house sound like. The ghosts of Christmas.
I have always loved Carol of the Bells. After it spooked me out in Home Alone.
Yeah, I was about to say that's where I go to when I hear that song.
Absolutely, but I don't know why.
One of the scariest Santas ever in that movie.
Yes,
the one who kills people with a shovel.
That's not Santa, although it could be. He's undercover.
Definitely is Santa.
I'm pretty sure he's undercover.
Well, shit. I mean, I think it's maybe clear what we're doing for this episode now.
Yeah, we are talking about
Die Hard 2, One at the Airport, the snowmobiles, machine guns,
and Sipowicz from NYPD Blue.
And
He's
no
not
Goobers in that one. That's why it's such a disappointing Die
it's
Hard.
really bad. It's not the best one, but
Die
it's
Hard
not.
3 is a Goober.
It does.
Yeah.
MacGruber. No, we're talking about the big man in red. We're talking about Mr. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And all that comes with that, all that he holds in his sack. You know.
Whoa.
His big bottomless.
He's such a giver. For all the girls and boys. Jesus, sorry, this got dark.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Is Santa supposed to be the one giving out coal also for the naughty kids?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of different origin stories of Santa Claus. I mean,
very mysterious. It's shrouded in mystique.
Well, Storm would be the one shrouding things.
It's true.
Mystique just changes.
And the Blob would probably be the most Santa-like.
That's very true.
I don't know any bearded X-Men. Do you know any X-Men with a beard?
Eventually, Colossus has a beard, but it's metal too.
Oh my god, was it made of? Oh shit. What is
adamantium?
No, was it made of steel wool?
Good one. I like it. Hey, so what are some of your favorite memories of Santa, like in media or just random occurrences on the street, if you ever met?
Well, let's set some ground rules here first.
Please, yes.
Do we need to throw out any disclaimers?
Yeah, I think we should say if your child is listening to this,
or if you were a child yourself,
yes,
or if you were an adult yourself.
If you,
hey, let's not put too many limits on this.
That's very true. Keep listening if you know the truth, quote unquote, about Santa.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yep, he's a Republican.
Oh no, that's why he always leans red.
Yeah, he's trying to vote down Roe versus Wade.
Oh, he's wearing that
because that means fewer children for him.
It's hell on his back.
It's all a ploy. Who do you think is behind all the lobbying?
He replaced his that hat with the poof ball with a MAGA hat. Yeah. Oh no!
Definitely not a what was it? A pussy hat or what?
Yeah, pussy hat.
Yeah,
those were great.
Yeah,
those were fantastic. Oh my god! All right. Now that we've gotten the little chillins out of the room, or the
I don't think we did. So
did we not?
What we wound up going on a wild, crazy tangent of politics was, hey, we're going to talk about Santa, and if adults don't know what that means and kids don't know what that means, Santa's kind of magic, and if you don't want that magic ruined, then stop listening. I think that's as good as I could do.
That's probably
with that,
best.
You should have hit stop already. Santa's not real.
Santa's not real.
He's not real.
Wait, Chris, what? Oh God. What
yeah.
My childhood is crumbling.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm trying to erode my own child's childhood. She's asked me twice now.
Okay.
If Santa's real.
And how did that go?
I didn't. I hadn't had the talk with her mother yet to get clearance to tell her the truth, because I'm a person that wants to tell my daughter the truth about anything that she wants to know about.
Of course.
So now that I have that clearance, I can't wait to distill the truth upon her. However, we are going to do it in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Where we describe it as Santa's more of a responsibility, and for the younger kids, and Christmas time is magic. We like to instill that on them. So don't tell anybody that Santa's not real.
Santa Claus is something inside us all.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's made up just to make us feel better and keep us in line, like the tooth fairy or global warming.
What a hoax. There's nothing true anymore.
Everything is wrong.
Earth is flat. Up is down. God
right,
damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I jumped in with disclaimer. You had asked me a question.
I do appreciate it. What's your favorite Santa within media, within like the world's perception of Santa?
Okay. Well, being that I didn't have a parent that like went to the length of dressing up as Santa and like
Sure.
running in the room and like, oh, I'm Santa, and your parent is like mysteriously gone. Oh, they're missing out. Yeah, media was probably my my closest link to the picture of Santa in my head. Sure. And like just like if I close my eyes and like just ask my heart of hearts, God, this is getting awful.
No, this is great.
It's all
good.
Time. It's sellable, totally. I think it's kind of a tie between the Santa from Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay.
Probably the classic, just because that one I've seen the most. Although the John Hammond version from 1994 definitely like that's
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah,
from Jurassic Park.
I think that's a good representation, and at least that one's in color, so it's a little bit more vivid.
Oh God, yeah.
Tie between that and just like the Coca-Cola Norman Rockwell like painted up rosy cheeked. Somehow seeming very small Santa, just because of like the
he's
weird
a shorty.
proportions. Yeah. Oh, he's got to get through that chimney.
The chimney. So he's got to scrunch down and stretch out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's yeah. I don't know how that works. We got
to do some investigative journalism on that aspect of it, because
yes,
I am curious how he does get it down the chimney. And don't give me this Christmas magic thing.
Yeah,
come on.
With the wiggle of his ass and a flick of his
his boogers.
But what about you? Like what stands out in your mind for
funny
Santa
enough?
Iconically?
Well, my dad actually did have his parents did it. He didn't dress up as Santa, but his parents would dress up as Santa and bring the stuff in. And he actually has a really fun story about my grandmother. She had to do it one year because his father had to go and get some toys or something like that, and
she came in and stall
basically, and so she
awesome.
dressed up as Santa.
Yes,
and she was so scared that the kids were going to identify her as mom. She only said ho ho ho. She only like, did the laugh.
She was ho ho Hodor.
Oh, door. That's the door. Oh, yes. It's a great story. I actually was introduced to The Miracle on 34th Street too. It's a very rarely seen one. It was a TV made for TV movie back in 1973 that my dad recorded on a VHS and played for me. It was Miracle on 34th Street, starring Sebastian Cabot as he just had such a warmness, and I love that movie. I don't know why, but it has a lot of heart to it. But it is the exact same thing with all the mail coming in to the courtroom and all that stuff. Also, I think Tim Allen.
Why was he in court again?
Because he was trying to prove the fact that
his way.
Yeah, that's again.
And letters upon letters of unborn children.
Oh, God. Oh, inappropriate.
That's why we got the kids and child adults out.
Yes, get out of here. If you're still here,
you should have been aborted.
You weren't.
That's why I got Rover's away.
Jesus Christ. I also liked Tim Allen as Santa Claus in the Santa Claus.
Dude, totally. I rewatched that. I want to say maybe it was even last Christmas. Yeah, he does a great job.
He does, and I love the transformation that they have him go through of being not believing in it and not. I don't know. I still don't know why he put the clothes on. That's a weird.
Because he started to accept it, right?
I guess.
Oh, you mean originally? Why did you put them on?
Originally, like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I don't
remember
exactly remember.
There's probably a good reason, but it's weird to wear a dead man's clothes.
Well, when you kill an old man, like you'll do anything to get rid of the body, which I think got rid of itself.
It just
But he had
disappeared.
He
Exactly.
had to get the reindeer off the roof.
That's true too. Yeah, what happened there? I don't know.
They didn't like him, and I think there was a lot of farting in that movie too. They really had to sell it in with the 6-year-olds.
Oh sure, yeah. That nothing brings the 6-year-olds in with like potty humor, or 20-year-olds or 34-year-olds. Also, do you remember those claymation Christmas movies? The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Whoa! Now,
and
as somebody
yes,
who invested far too much money that didn't really help his career in animation, I need to stop you right there because it was not claymation; it was actually stop motion, sir.
Stop motion. Okay, what is the difference?
Well, just that it's basically stop motion with clay would be claymation.
So like Gumby.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. More along those lines. Where stop motion is more with more robustly built puppets.
I see.
So you're not like shaping them every time. That's why you don't see like fingerprints and shit on them. Although you do see their hair move around quite a bit.
I see. Interesting.
But yes, dude.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you for the
point,
clarification.
Because I do have a yearning to watch those every single year. At least Santa Claus is coming to town, and definitely Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It's so funny, the voice of Santa Claus. Oh, Rudolph.
Yeah,
hello.
He's such an asshole in that too.
No, is he a jerk?
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. And he's skinny most of the time.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
He calls Mrs. Claus mama.
Yeah, well, it's the North Pole.
Mama.
There's very few humans up there. It's very incestual.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Any bad, like, I guess, barring Billy Bob Thornton, any bad Santa experiences?
Totally. I mean, personal and in media.
Okay, yeah.
Which do you prefer to hear about first?
Oh, I want to hear the personal stuff.
Okay, so there's definitely a few pictures that I have taken with Santa and like my brother when he was a baby of a Santa that I'm fairly certain was drunk. Probably he was at least
more
like,
often
looking
than
at
not.
the picture that stayed on our fridge for way too long, longer than it deserved.
Yeah.
Like his eyes are bloodshot. His fake beard is like drooping off of his like 40-year-old face. He definitely doesn't have a beard and he has this black hair like poking out, but he smelled. Oh my God, he smelled like alcohol.
Oh, no. Oh God.
It's like Will Ferrell in Elf. He's like, you smell like meat and cheese.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Throne of lies. Also, that's iconic too. Like I have to watch Elf every year.
Ed Asner. Oh, what a great guy. What a fantastic actor and voice actor too. And we'll get to some of his roles in other episodes, but I love Ed Asner. He's such a great dude.
Who is he now?
He was Cosgrove in Freakazoid.
Yeah, but who is he?
He's
in
Santa.
Elf?
He's Santa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. He's a lovely dude. Hey, I don't have to do that. Guess who was in that one thing that one time by AJ segment. Because we just did it.
A very short list.
Yeah, exactly. I remember apparently I was a real bad Santa sitter on lapper
really?
back in the day. Like when I was between 1 and 3 years old, my grandparents my uncle and my parents
would. Santa wetter? Did you take a in between 1 and 3 or on Santa?
I did. No, I would take strictly a 3. That's a 1 and a 2 put together. Because I was trying to prevent getting kidnapped by this creepy guy with a beard.
Yeah.
No, he just I was no good with Santa, and I was no good with the things the characters at amusement parks. You know, I would think they were so cool from far away, and then as the line kept getting closer, I'd be like, wait a second,
Holy shit,
this thing's real?
Is an animal. Like,
oh
who
God,
has
get away!
restraints on this thing.
And he smells. I think all of them do. No, I was just bad with that meeting of creepy people in big suits.
No, dude, totally.
I don't know why.
I feel like we might have lived through, and without doing any research, I think we might have lived through the worst of the era of mascot costumed adults. Like just looking back at pictures of Chuck E. Cheese and some Disneyland from like the 80s and 90s, like terrifying. Chuck E. Cheese has got to be the worst though. Like,
yeah, I mean, because you know that they didn't maintain those costumes. Those were, just passed down and Febrezed out from actor to actor.
I'm pretty sure when you're hired on to play Chuck E. Cheese, it's your first job is to chisel the corpse out of the Chuck E. Cheese suit.
They could. I know that Chuck E. Cheese is still around, and they're definitely not going to sponsor us now. But
oh no,
Five Nights at Freddy's is such a perfect representation. I haven't even played the game, but I've heard all about it, and it's so creepy. It's such a perfect example of what people thought of Chuck E. Cheese. Like, did you ever think about going in there after hours? That would be horrifying.
That would be horrifying.
Oh my God, never. Oh God. We got to do an episode on Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. Anyway.
So that's real life bad Santa impressions that I've had. In media, there is a what I would classify as a bad movie.
Okay.
One that didn't touch theaters, and obviously the directors and producers didn't give a shit. Called Santa's Slay, starring the WWE wrestler Goldberg.
And that's spelled SLAY, right?
Slay, like as in slay. And it's basically he comes to town, and there's something like some kind of clause or something where it like the like every 1,000 years or something. I don't remember what it is. Something magical runs out where Santa's not good anymore, so he becomes this this super beefy Santa, and his sleigh is pulled around by a bison, and he's killing all the people that are on the naughty list.
That's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
I can't wait to see it.
Hilarious. It's almost as good as oh my God, Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Gobble gobble, bitch.
Gobble. Oh, that's a horrible one. That's I want to watch those back to back now.
Fine.
Those are going to be my that's going to be my tradition from now on.
I'm pretty sure you could just watch both those back to back and then call the holidays done.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of a sort of a crossover movie for the holidays, Nightmare Before Christmas. I was never such a fan of that Santa. What about you?
I appreciated that Santa.
He was in a bad mood, and I get that.
He was definitely crabby for being kidnapped and tortured by a sack full of bugs.
Sandy Claus. He was crabby. I get it.
I did like that he did kind of have a gross face. He had like big lips and like I don't know, distended fake teeth looking.
A little bit, yeah. He was a spooky dude.
No, I like this Santa Claus. But he was the roundest Santa Claus I've seen.
The roundest, yes. He was easily popped around like a beach ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any other thoughts, ideas, memories that you want to talk about before we jump into our research phase?
I think that we should just jump into it. I would even say that part of our research maybe should be what was Christmas like for us when we were too young to even remember it.
Interesting.
So maybe we have to go back to the folks for that.
We will talk to them folks, the old folks. Absolutely. They're our greatest resource of memories that we don't even still actively have in our brains.
Yeah. I think the rest we just make up.
Accurate.
What else are we researching here? Obviously, I think a big one is like the history of how Santa came to be and maintained and the evolution over time.
I want to look up Krampus because I know he's in the media, and there's been a lot of different speculation about him, or
Santa,
the demon Santa.
I would like to know how he came to be. If he is supposed to be just Santa's foil, or like what is going on there.
Yeah. I like the idea. Let's look back into the Coca-Cola origin of the Norman Rockwell Santa Claus.
Yes. Yeah, I do feel like that kind of like set a stake in the ground for the imagery of Santa.
Very much so.
And even so far as to say that like maybe even on a racial level, I mean like that Santa is predominantly white.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, I gotta believe it has something to do with his countries of origin, but we will see. We have no idea the representation all around the world. So I'm excited to get into it. Absolutely.
Sure. As every episode.
Yeah, sure. Indeed. Of course.
I also want to check out like some maybe extreme Santa lies, like just parents trying to perpetuate the. I mean, we can call it lie, we can call it magic, whatever. But
sure.
Scoundrelry? No, that's not a word.
Nope. Yep.
The farce of the North.
The North Pole.
I want to know like the most extenuated lengths that parents have gone to keep the myth of Santa alive in their household.
I would be fascinated by that. And also, I know we talked about it before, but the explanation of the chimney. I mean, it's magic.
I read that note as the explanation of Cheney. That's not right. Although,
just watch
Dick
the
Cheney
movie
as
Vice.
Santa Claus would be the most terrifying Santa Claus.
Come here, let me shoot you with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I like that you made him Cobblepot.
Yeah, of course. He's the closest to.
Also, what's the cutoff for believing in Santa? I would like to know that for just my own research and raising a daughter.
Like, I bet you there is psychological studies of it. So that'll be interesting to look into.
I definitely told my parents that I believed in Santa far longer than I did, just so those presents would still keep coming.
You thought they were going to cut you off?
Yeah, definitely.
And did they?
Yeah, fuck yeah, they did.
Oh, Jesus.
So I think we had that talk at like 15 and a half or something. Like, it was awful.
Hold on. I need to get my my skateboard and my PS2, and then I'll be good. Yeah. Then I can start growing up. Awesome.
I don't know, has Santa ever got anybody a car? I bet they fucking have.
Maybe one of those little Power Wheel things.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
That's definitely a Santa gift.
Did you get gifts from Santa, or was it like just the stocking?
Oh, sure.
Or like, how was that divvied up for you?
Oh, my dad got he would pretty much split it in half, and he would give me.
I'm just as good as Santa, okay?
But it was really it was really cool because he would do it all not monochromatic but singular colored wrapping.
Oh, you have to have separate wrap for Santa.
Exactly, and it was
don't be
different,
lazy.
Drawing, different penmanship, and nice. Different wording and cards and different stuff like that.
He'd write it with his foot, and he'd grab that pen.
just like Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot. Exactly.
Is that a movie? I don't even know.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Wait,
it's about an artist who
movie?
used his paint. He's almost quadriplegic, but he can paint with his foot.
But does he turn out to be Santa in the end?
Obviously.
Okay. Because
I wouldn't have brought it up if it hadn't
the
been.
Quadriplegic guy as being Santa. Holy shit, he was Santa. He was wearing that hat. You didn't see that?
We'll be right back. Yeah. Also, it was Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, okay. We're going to take a Christmas break.
Memory.
All right, boys and girls, we are back with our Santa-themed episode. How dare you? Don't you call me ho-ho.
The second part better be worth it, because I turned down seeing the 20th anniversary of Die Hard to do this recording.
What is wrong with you?
And you
You're
know
a
how I
fool.
feel about the Nakatomi Plaza.
Oh, the Nakatomi Plaza is one of the best.
The best Christmas party.
Oh, it's so good. With I can't remember his name now.
You mean Hans?
Oh, well,
Booby?
Hans Booby. No, I couldn't remember the boss's name who got shot in the face.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Nakatomi-san? I don't know. I don't know what his name was.
I don't know either. We are talking about, in other words, Saint Nicholas, Kris Kringle, Father Christmas, Sinterklaas, Weihnachtsmann, Pelznickel.
Read it.
It's El Niñito Dios, Didi Nolog, I believe. Didina Nolog, something like that.
I read her books.
Noel Baba, Hotisho is real bad. Hotaisho, I don't know. Père Noël or Papi Noel.
And Papa Gijo.
I'm so sorry. That is incorrect.
Yeah, I know. That was that was the worst lie that we came across for sure. Was that Tim Allen in the movie The Santa Claus is going through a couple of these names for Santa Claus where he's being interrogated, and the one he ends on is Popo Gijo, which is nothing.
It isn't nothing.
I feel lied to all over again.
It's an Italian mouse character that what's his name? Johnny Carson used to interview. I don't know why. Because it's
but
great.
Nothing to do with Christmas.
No, nothing to do with Christmas that I know of. It wasn't even Johnny Carson. It was further back. It was the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yes.
Whatever.
Before he transferred his brain into another younger body.
Conan
Who
O'Brien.
is he now?
Conan O'Brien. No.
The hair just flaps up and the brain goes in and out.
Exactly. So we are. We're talking about this crazy man. There's a lot of history. This crazy elf in a big red suit.
Yeah. Where is he an elf? He's not an elf.
He is an elf. He is described as a jolly old elf. In Twas the Night Before Christmas.
I want a 23andMe that. I'm not sure
jolly
if he has
old
any
elf
blood in him.
He is the top elf at the North Pole, man.
That
also
sounds like a sexual position I don't care to explore.
If you want to get in touch with him, you can actually kind of get in touch with this. We don't know if he's an elf or not.
Again, the sexual position. Got it.
There is a phone number that anyone can call. It's 951-262-3062, and you can leave a message for Santa Claus. You can
Did you do it?
I did not.
Can we do it now?
Yeah, we can absolutely do it now.
I'm calling him right now.
I love it.
Let's see. Give me that number again.
Yep, it's 951-262-3062.
Got it. Putting this on speaker.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God.
Merry Christmas! This is Santa Claus, and you have reached my personal hotline.
Oh my gosh.
We have been very busy making all of those toys to deliver on Christmas morning, and I want you to know that your family loves you very much.
Aw.
And so
I'm an
do I.
orphan.
So be good, and don't forget to always listen to your parents. When you hear the
They're
tone,
dead.
please leave me your Christmas gift wishes and holiday cheer. And remember, kids, I know who's been naughty and nice.
Oh, it got dark.
Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon.
Are we gonna leave a message for him or what?
Yeah, sure.
Santa, Merry Christmas from out of memory.
We want peace on Earth. I don't know.
Peace on Earth. Bring us peace on Earth. I would like a piece of the Earth. Thank you. The Astro Crag from Guts, Global Guts. Thank you. Bye. That's how he never got Christmas presents again.
Oh, Santa hates us now.
It's good radio.
It's great. It's fantastic. So Christopher, let's hop into some Christery.
Yes.
For Christmas.
Yes.
What's that doing?
Let's
do?
just focus in on Christmas being a lie.
Oh,
We'll start there.
That's what I've heard.
In order to go back to the origins of Santa, I feel like we need to go to the origins of Christmas itself.
absolutely.
So, as far back as I could see, Googling and such,
Yes.
this was originally a pagan holiday, not specifically Christmas, but where parts of the holiday start to get drawn from. It goes back to like the Nordic holiday of Yule,
Oh,
where
that's
in
where the
winter
Yule
time,
log comes from.
Yes, yes, it is actually. So the Nordish would the Nordic Nordish
Sure.
Nordic
The Nords.
no dick. The Nordic would go out in the wintertime and they would find the biggest log that they possibly could and they would drag it back to their town.
Oh, wow.
And they would burn that log. And sometimes it would burn up to 12 days. And during this log burning, they would feast and they would celebrate. And mainly because it was winter, there was an abundance of meat because you just don't need so many cattle. So you sacrifice some cattle, you butcher them, and you eat a whole lot.
Yummy.
And I would say that from all of the holidays that I've seen, there's a lot around just kind of like cutting loose and partying and feasting that are synonymous with this holiday, even through its evolution through the years.
Yeah.
One thing I did find interesting, though, was that the holiday of Yule and around the winter solstice, which would take place around December 21st. There also was the legend of Odin taking flight.
Oh.
And Odin, often depicted as some white dude with a big white beard,
jolly
could
fellow.
technically be a first origin of Santa.
Well,
Maybe a hint of it.
yeah. It's actually later on we'll talk about the different places that or the influences that Santa has had, and I believe that is one of the earliest ones. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that I've seen that this was a couple centuries before Christ. So let's say, I don't know, a couple centuries before Christ.
What a lie.
We're gonna jump forward to Rome.
Oh,
and the celebration of Saturnalia.
Ooh,
which also
Sounds
takes place
pretty.
around the same time. Although this was more centered around December 25th. And most Romans would celebrate Mithra, which is the god of the unconquerable sun.
No one's been able to beat the sun.
No, like you can't beat the sun. Flyer of day, sweller of babies with his ultraviolet rays. Stare upon his splendorous majesty and be blind.
Oh my!
I don't know. That's not what they were celebrating, but it would be a big fratinous feast. A lot of cutting loose,
A bacchanalia, as it were.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. A gala of all kinds citywide.
Yes.
I don't know. I really don't even know what defines a gala as opposed to a party. It's just a fancy party.
Fancier party. Yeah, they wear slinky backless dresses and stuff like that.
And it goes downstairs pretty well.
So you're saying that all this happened before the Christ child?
The Christ child, yes.
Okay.
The J-boy himself, who a lot of historians believe was actually born in spring.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
And mostly citing the Bible on that one just because they talk about his birth quite a lot. They gloat about this birth
all the time.
All the goddamn
It's
time.
bigger than the sun.
Nothing is bigger than Mithra. You should bow down and respect Mithra.
Fair enough.
His photosynthesis.
Delicious.
So, mainly they think that he was born in the spring just because the shepherds were out with their flock in the eve, and they wouldn't do that in the wintertime.
Probably not.
No.
They would have thrown it on that log.
Yeah, fuck that. They'd be wearing all there's giant lie number one. And most Christians were celebrating Easter, which was the resurrection of Christ rather than his birth for a long time. However, around the time of Pope Julius I,
Popo Julius?
Yeah, Popo Julius. He was trying to incorporate and absorb a lot of pagans into the church. So they adopted the Christmas celebration into December and started celebrating the birth. These celebrations were kind of like the Roman celebrations for a long time.
Okay.
Where there was a lot of cutting loose and drinking and feasting. There's a lot of like weird role swaps. I saw like I know. So like
Sure.
a lot of like either like schoolboys or even slaves or servants would be empowered on that day, and if they go and like knock on the door of like a noble or something, they would have to let them in and give them their finest beer or wine or food
Or brandy.
Yeah, I don't know how that became a fun thing. I can only imagine what that would be like these days.
Is that essentially opposite day?
Yeah, yes, but like it's kind of like
enforced.
in the Purge.
Oh God!
Because if they denied the servants or slaves, then they would stand in their yard and sing some kind of song. I don't know.
Of course,
Some kind of awful song.
And that's where caroling came from.
That's where caroling came from. Something about clubbing you with the biggest spoon they had and scooping out your brains. I don't know. But
Lord,
as
first
the
Purge was
Puritan
great.
movement swept Europe, they regarded a lot of these parties and cutting loose as something that was unholy. And a lot of historians
fun.
Maybe even look at that as or theorize that they didn't want to party because that was cutting loose. It was very enticing and fun looking, but it drove them to the devil. So there was a couple of centuries with pretty much no Christmas. I mean, some people would celebrate underground, but there was no like largely accepted Christmas. Like even in America, when we first broke free from Britain, we didn't really have any holidays that we celebrated for a long time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 'cause a lot of holidays were dictated by the king. So
we wanted to like rebel against everything.
Yeah, but there was a yearning for some kind of holiday to start celebrating.
Interesting.
So there was people started celebrating, but they didn't exactly know how. And the whole resurrection of Christmas, from what I've seen, kind of stems from two pieces of media.
Okay.
And the first being a poem by a clergyman, Clement Clark Moore, who wrote "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Yeah,
and it was originally.
No,
Sorry,
go ahead.
No,
it was.
Go ahead.
I heard that it was originally called an account of a visit from Saint Nicholas.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's all I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Fine. If Mithra so demands it.
Indeed.
He didn't put his name on it though, and he got worried about it after he put it out, just because it was such a frivolous kind of story of this magical man that visited with flying reindeer. And so until it like gained popularity, he didn't put his name on it. But a big thing that stemmed from this poem was, well, what does Santa look like? Because he talks about Santa, but there's no original illustrations of this.
No.
So there's many different versions from like newspaper political cartoonists and whatnot of drawing like what they think that he might look at, and there's all types of versions, even some fat drunkard being pulled on a sled led by a turkey. But they finally
left over from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
They start to gravitate to a more German-looking Saint Nick, but they make him a lot fatter and jollier. And specifically, there's a illustration by Thomas Nast from 1881 that's cited as kind of being the I guess early poster child of Santa, and it does look fairly close. He's a jolly fat dude with a beard, big rosy cheeks, but he is smoking a gigantic pipe. And he's carrying a very creepy looking doll and a sword.
The doll kind of looks. Oh my God. It's every doll from a creepy movie.
It is.
It's absolutely that.
It's very German in that way of just like.
And do you think the sword is for his protection, or is that a toy that he's going to give to a child?
That's a great question. I like to think of it as it's his sword for fighting off the wolves of the North Pole.
The North Pole. I love it.
I feel like a German originated Santa probably kicks a little ass every once in a while.
Oh hell yeah! Well, he's got a battle against his dark side Krampus.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
And I love in this picture that he doesn't really have a bag.
No,
This was a bad planning, Santa.
he just kind of hangs all this shit off of him.
Yeah.
I don't think there was many children back then.
No, there were just a handful. That's it. Yeah.
The second biggest piece of media that resurrected Christmas was Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Ah.
And it was very influential in the way that there was a lot of people that would go and see this greedy Scrooge and how he treats his employees in a very industrial era for England as well as America. But takes him through the Ghost of Christmas past and present and future, and you can see the ramifications of just being a nasty old ass. And then he finally gets heart and decides to become
Whose heart? Whose heart does he steal?
the little Tim boy's heart.
Tiny heart of Tiny Tim. Oh man!
But yeah, he becomes a philanthropist and he supports the Cratchits.
Yeah, exactly. Well, did you ever see the Disney version of it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
With Scrooge McDuck.
Exactly. Yes, of course. Christmas Present always felt the closest to Santa Claus. To me, right? Where he was big and jolly.
Santa Claus in the story.
Correct. Yeah. But he's big and merry and raucous. He was. Yeah. I don't know.
No, that's great, and I think also a little
great.
metaphor snuck in there of being the Ghost of Christmas Present also.
Oh.
Ooh, shit.
I get it now. Thank you, Mr. Dickens. Brilliant, brilliant man.
But there was a lot of like factory owners and industrial labor runners that came away from that saying, I think next year we'll close on Christmas Day. So I feel like that kind of invigorated the spirit of Christmas, which as much as I don't like certain aspects of the holiday, I really do like the sense and the feeling of the Christmas spirit of like just giving and being selfless and trying to look out for one another,
being with
in
people
the
you care
time
about
of the year.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of logically makes sense when you should be, getting together with people, mainly for warmth.
Yeah.
You should all just sleep in a big cuddle puddle.
Back to the elf on top, or whatever the fuck was it called.
Elf on the shelf.
That's
another sexual.
Elf on the shelf.
Oh man. Yep.
I'm trying to picture what Elf on a Shelf actually is.
One of our listeners should animate that these sexual positions that we've talked about. Please do.
Book.
I love it. Or an Xmas book, as it were.
Yes.
So
the X-Men's.
Do you know that Xmas is actually X is the Greek letter chi or chi or chi, I don't know what it is. CHI, and
it makes a great latte.
And it's indeed, and it also comes. It's the first letter of the word, the Greek
Xylophone.
word for Christ. So that's where Xmas comes from. Just a little.
I kind of wish in the English language we would just do away with the letter Z and just have X's, like zoo.
Zoo.
It
I
also
like that.
means,
yeah.
Kiss, hug.
Well, and I'm just so sick of having 26 letters.
Yeah,
let's get it to 25. Figure your shit out. Come on.
I want to get it down to 20. Let's go to the metric system here.
So here we talked about the origin of Christmas. Let's talk about the origin of the man, the Santa man.
Yes, Adam and Eve, taken from a rib, talking snake, and
then they had two kids, and then that meant that they had to have sex with their mother to have more. Just don't read too much into the Bible.
Really? Was their first child a boy?
Yeah, Cain and Abel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Great.
real bad. It's not great.
They did not think that story through.
No, they
That's
didn't.
a bad sequel.
It is. Oh, that's why they just skip forward for a while.
Yeah, it's like yada yada yada. Now we have AIDS.
Oh no. So there was a monk in what is now known as Turkey, and his name was Saint Nicholas. He was born in 280 A.D. And he at one point he gave away all of his. He was a clergyman, and he gave away all of his riches and traveled the country helping the less fortunate. And they actually celebrate his he has a feast day. There are so many feasts. Where are people getting all of these feasts? But it's
From
celebrated
beasts.
exactly. His feast day is celebrated on the anniversary of his death, December 6th. And this was weird, and I couldn't
Isn't that
find
Pearl Harbor Day.
Oh my god.
No, it's
Might be. No, it's just yeah. He was actually known as a protector of children and sailors. And I couldn't find anything more about the sailors part, but he would take care of a lot of people. There was 3 daughters of this evil old man who was supposed to be selling them into slavery or prostitution or something
really?
like that. Yeah. And Saint Nicholas came along, and he actually gave the daughters a dowry so that they would be able to marry men that they wanted to, rather than being sold into slavery. So that's
Wow.
kind of neat of him
Yeah.
to do.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, and
No
he
human
was
trafficking, please.
yeah, and by the Renaissance, he was one of the most venerated saints in Europe,
Because you look like a deer.
That's right. That's that's right. No, that was his friend Krampus, which I promise we'll get to. But also there was a Dutch version of Saint Nicholas, and he, funny enough, his name was Sinterklaas, and he merged a bit, as you were saying, with Odin.
Sweet.
So they had the power of kindness and lightning. Thunder, sure.
You're thinking of Zeus, but I often get them confused also. He turned into a bird and had sex with a bunch of people. Actually, Odin was a way bigger dick than Zeus, which is saying a lot.
That's true. He's a real bad guy.
Yeah.
Zeus was kind of just like a drunkard who went around and slept with women as he was dressed up as a cow.
And sometimes a seagull.
Exactly. But
We like to play cow and seagull here too.
Oh my. So yeah, after that, you went through most of the history of the modernization, but it was.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal Odin's thunder there.
Not at all. But a lot of this culminated into the basis was Saint Nicholas, and then when Moore wrote the poem, he was using that kindness and that chivalry that came from that, and added in, like I said, the elf, and then that gave him the sleigh and the reindeer. And you also talked about Nast's, Thomas Nast. It's his illustrations, and he drew those for Harper Magazine for a bunch of years, and he was actually the one who invented the naughty and nice list.
Oh shit.
And living in the North Pole just by his animation of it. So kind of crazy. Kind of cool how it's evolved over time.
I like
really,
it.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of evolution, I think that the full fruition of the Santa Claus through all of this history, and just with the rebirth of the Christmas spirit, also goes back to I think Macy's also,
and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola.
But yeah,
but Macy's Christmas wasn't focused on children for a long time.
Huh.
It was more the adults getting drunk and feasting and whatnot.
Sure.
But until department stores came around and they started putting Santas in malls, and driving business and whatnot. The holiday didn't shift to the children until then.
Oh, wow. Well, thank God. Thank God it did.
Thank God. And by God, I imagine you mean Mithra, right?
Yeah, no, thank Mithra.
Thank you very much.
Thank Mithra.
Just because he's not out right now does not mean he's not shining on some part of the earth. Growing as trees, swelling the babies, fattening the pigs for our feast.
And reflecting off of the moon to give us the moon.
It's true. This is the moon.
Doesn't really give the moon, but lights it up.
Don't get me started on
Helps
the
it out.
goddess of the moon. Muna. I don't know.
Luna lady.
No, that's her sister. There was two moons, but
once. Oh,
now we're gonna cut all that out.
All right. But let's also talk. We should definitely talk about the other side of the coin of Christmas.
Ah, yes.
With
Satanismus.
That's right. With Krampus. Oh, I love Krampus. Do you know much about Krampus? Like,
I don't know much about the Krampus.
Why has there been a resurgence of that in the last few years? Have you noticed that in
the
media,
horror movie and whatnot?
And I see him in like cartoons a lot.
The Venture Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Venture Brothers is the first time that I heard of the Krampus, and he was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
just like broke into a party and started spanking a bunch of people.
There's also Krampus is a character in American Dad, and eventually
food poisoning.
Lovely. That's where food poisoning comes from.
The Krampus so bad.
So he originated in Germany. Once again, from paganism. He would visit naughty children on December 5th. So he got all the naughty children out of the way, so Santa didn't have to even bother with those houses. But funny enough, again, this all goes back to Norse mythology as well. It's said to be the son of the Norse goddess Hel.
Yeah, rock on.
Right? Kate Winslet, called the Christmas Devil. He's depicted as half goat, half demon.
Said Kate Winslet? I think you mean Kate Blanchett.
That's what I meant.
That's yeah, okay. She's so hot in Thor Ragnarok.
Edit that out.
She's so hot.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh God. I have a bad memory of things.
That's why we do this show. To do the
memory thing.
Why do we do this show?
Why do we? I don't know, man. To help along, to keep our minds active into the slow, inexorable march into salinity. Okay, we depicted. His name is actually from Krampen, Old German for claw, and
nice.
He carries birch sticks and chains to punish children with, and also.
Shit.
I know. And also a bag to carry them away to the underworld. So apparently, you get murdered if you're naughty.
Pretty much. You don't just get murdered. You get taken to hell.
Yeah. You are living in hell.
Yes.
Rather than just dying. Oh, man. That seems mean. But, there's got to be a flip side. What do you do with that other side of the naughty list?
I guess you execute children.
That's right. That is actually
this picture
right.
that you put in here. Like he's depicted as the devil, pretty much. He's got horns. He's kind of got like the satyr looking bottom half, and
he's got the weird tongue,
the tail. Dude, such a long tongue.
What was the purpose of that? I guess it doesn't have to have
creepy,
a purpose.
Just
yeah. It's gonna lick you. And he's carrying the one crying child in his bag. Oh yeah.
Screaming.
And the funny thing is, I don't know if he's gonna grab the other little girl, or if she's praying, so he's gonna be like, yeah, see you later, kid. You're a good one.
Nice though.
Yeah,
like
he's got like a hunting jacket.
Yeah, I would say smoking jacket.
Smoking jacket. Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, good for him.
Yeah, he seems he's doing well.
Yeah, I don't know if he and Santa team up necessarily,
Well,
but they
it almost
are.
sounds like they kind of merged the two together, like where Santa
Almost.
didn't have any like naughty action, naughty actions. Right. He didn't have any like punishable actions that he would perform on children. God, it all sounds awful. He didn't have like he didn't originally have coal to give.
Yeah.
So,
right.
like,
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that was always confusing to me. Why you would give a child coal as a punishment? I mean, it's dirty. But
life-giving.
it is. Hey, just have to clean that coal.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some great clean coal.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Don't rub it too hard. You'll get a coal sore. Should we go to writing letters? We already kind of touched on it.
We did. I remember writing letters as a child.
We have an episode on letters. You should check that
that's
out.
right. Go back to that. No, but these were important. These were requesting things.
Dare you?
These were these were demanding items of toys from Santa Claus.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they were kind of a list of demands. And by Santa Claus, I imagine you mean our parents.
Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, was that a spoiler? I thought we gave that away in the first parts.
Listen, I had forgotten. Do you know that some some scientists have found that girls and boys have different letter writing styles Yep. Girls generally write longer but more polite lists and express the nature of Christmas more in their letters than in letters written by boys.
Yeah.
And girls often request gifts for other people. I don't think I ever did that.
That is very fascinating.
I'm a horrible person, or I was a horrible child.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me thankful I have a little girl. She is very sweet.
She is. Yeah. She's very nice.
She's the best.
She's the best. She is.
Yeah.
My dad actually, I was talking to him today, and he actually has all my letters to Santa in a box.
Holy shit.
Still. Yeah.
Wait, does he have all your teeth from like the tooth fairy?
Yes. Yeah, he has those too.
So does my mom. It's so creepy. What do you do with those?
It's just in case they need to rebuild us.
I feel like if
Can
parents,
you clone
if parents
from a teeth?
do hold on to teeth like
tooth?
that when theirs fall out, I think they should install their children's teeth in their mouth. Like little tiny creepy teeth.
Hey, thanks, Sonny.
Oh, Jesus.
Now give me some of your adult teeth. Fight me.
If the tooth's already dead, I mean, you don't care about, like, you don't even have to brush it, right?
I think it'll still rot.
Fine.
We'll get all this stuff on it, as long as you're eating. My dad actually, with the letters, he actually has a note that says March 22nd, 1991. I was 6 years old at the time.
Wow.
And the note says, AJ asked if there really was a Santa Claus or Tooth Fairy because he was being teased at school.
Oh, damn, dude. Really?
Can you imagine 6 years old, somebody teasing me or any kid for believing in Santa Claus?
Yeah, no, totally. I think that
how shitty is
kids
that?
who have been given the truth, I think are pretty wise to it, and I think that it is. I don't know.
Yeah. And then 2 or 7 days later, I lost 2 front teeth.
Whoa.
So I don't think I got any money from the.
Yeah, because you pretty much like wrote to a
what's
potentially real entity and was like, I don't know if you're real. So.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
My
But
teeth
then
are falling out.
And
I have
my
leprosy. I'm pretty sure.
And my dad said it was the hardest thing he's ever done to tell me that that Santa wasn't real.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's got to be rough.
Yeah.
Have you?
Oh, how did you take it?
Oh, I cried.
Oh, did you really?
I was
How old
6
were you?
years old.
Oh shit! He told you when you were 6.
Yeah. Yeah. 91, man.
Dude, awful.
Oh,
I definitely
real
believe
sad.
in. I think I externally perpetuated the belief of Santa for way too long just to get the presents.
Ah,
Like
nice.
I didn't
nice.
have like a conversation about it probably until I was like 13 or 14. Like with my mom, I was like, "So Santa's not real. I know that. Keep giving me presents." That's pretty much.
She's
I
like,
think how it went.
I'm just gonna have them be from me.
Yeah.
Now I'm just not gonna go through all of the difficulty of saying, yeah, oh, faking Santa's signature. Oh, thanks for the cookies.
Yeah, you're gonna get found out eventually.
Yeah,
I guess
you
I
are.
just didn't care because there was more presents.
Of course.
Yeah.
Does your daughter know yet or no?
She has asked, and I think, and I didn't tell her. I deflected, but I will tell her. I'm actually looking forward to. It sounds awful, but I'm looking forward to telling her just because, like, I don't like to perpetuate lies to my daughter. I want her to be woke.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think this might be the last Christmas with Santa.
You should play this episode for her.
Yeah, Santa's not real. I think that's how we opened the episode. So I asked my mom for some Christmas stories, and she gave me two. And the first one's about my brother, actually. So he, on Christmas Eve night, before he went to bed, he brought out his favorite stuffed animal, which was Leo the lion, which is it's a puppet, but when you squeeze his hand, he makes a roaring sound, and his roar stopped working. And Dan said, I don't know if Santa's real, but if he is real, then this toy will work. He'll come and fix it tonight. And he basically like dropped it in the middle of the room and like went to bed. And so my mom like made sure he was asleep, and my mom and my aunt like desperately went searching for batteries. And this is like 1990, like 2 or 3 or something like that.
Right.
So things weren't open as late in the area that we were. So she finally found some batteries, and they put the batteries in, and they under like multiple pillows and like pressing down on it to muffle any noise while they're testing to see if like his roar works. Like they got it to finally work, and they put it out in amongst the Christmas presents, and they heard Dan get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and he ran, and they hear him rustling around. They hear a roar from the living room, and he comes bursting into her bedroom, and he's like, he's real. He fixed my Leo the lion.
Oh,
It's a very
that is
sweet
adorable.
Yes,
that really is.
Is it adorable?
Oh, what a gullible dummy.
Yes, is it adorable for parents lying to their children? Deceit?
Yeah.
We're pulling a ruse upon a small child.
Yeah, I don't know if... I mean, there's actually a lot of psychologists and researchers that talk about whether or not you should lie to your children, or if it's just like a really horrible idea. There's a lot of stuff about there's no use for having a lie that the kids would be as happy with it being with the gifts being from a parent rather than a supernatural stranger.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty fun. And also they did like a study where not a single child was angry at his parents for telling him that Santa was real.
interesting, really.
Or lying over
but
the years.
sad,
Yeah,
for sure, sad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would hope that they would ask them after they found out.
Yeah.
You know, the interesting thing is that it's almost a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Because they now know something that all adults know. So that's kind of
that's how we intend to pass it on to my daughter.
Sure.
Yeah, it's more of a responsibility than just like, yeah, we got you. What an idiot. It's like so many pictures of you believing.
Well, that's the funny thing is it's one of the few lies in life that is meant to make things better or make things happier.
Yeah.
Almost, you know, to create like more magic in the world. I don't know. It's very interesting.
It's very Dark Knight. Sometimes the truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people's faith deserves to be rewarded.
He's not the Santa we need or that deserve, but he's the Santa we need right now. Jesus. Oh God, I remember one. My
Rudolph!
also
Rudolph!
Where are they? Where are the naughty kids?
Where are the cookies?
Why so jolly? All right. So one time I was visiting my family in Arizona for Christmas when I was a kid, and I was super scared that that Santa wasn't going to know where to deliver the presents. I think everybody has a
I've had
story
a
like
story.
that.
Yeah.
And I think we left a note at my place, and then they had driven down with all
so
of the
many
presents.
drifters showed up. Did you let the new address?
I'll be your Santa Claus. Oh God. And but my dad, because we were down in Arizona with all the rest of the kids, my dad actually dressed up as the Santa.
Whoa.
Because you'd notice if one of the aunts and uncles were not there because all of their kids were there. But I guess I was being distracted by somebody else or my mom or something like that. And so he dressed up he said what was a very well-fitting Santa suit. And then all of the other kids freaked out and they were like, oh my God, it's Santa. But that's the only time that I can remember my dad dressing up as Santa. I think so.
I'm pretty sure if I dressed up as Santa, my daughter would know right away, like immediately.
She's like, too tall, too thin.
Yeah, it's like, wow,
You're
my father. This was a lie. Oh my God.
What way to reveal it to me? Thanks a lot, Dad. You got any other fun stories?
Yeah. So the story about me that stands out in her mind is that she said that she heard some noise on Christmas morning after like wrapping presents and like doing up the tree and whatever all night like parents do.
Yeah.
Going to bed and then like there's some noise in the living room at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so she's like, what the bloody hell is that? We were living in England.
Oh God.
So she like creeps out to the living room area and she finds me wearing my pajama like onesie, my footy pajamas, and her high heels, and I'm holding a flute, and I am baseball bat swinging at the ornaments that are on the tree, and there's just glass shards everywhere. I'm about 2 years old. Glass shards everywhere. God. And she, I don't know, just basically picked me up and cleaned up, and yeah.
Amazing. What a destructive child.
Apparently not the only time I wore high heels. Because I asked her, I was like, well, did that happen a lot? She's like, well, your father had his car stolen once. And as the police were there taking down the report, you like flung the door open at what must have been like 9 o'clock at night in your footy pajamas again, also wearing high heels with like a toy radio being like, do you read me? Do you read me?
Oh, you were what a rambunctious little fella you were.
And a snappy dresser.
Indeed. Oh my God, that's amazing. Do we know any other? Yeah, I can't get the picture of you as a baby in high heels out of my head now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no, you're welcome for that. It's a little sad that cell phones came along so, I don't know, late in our lives, I guess, because there's so few photographs that were taken because you only had those 18 shots or whatever if you had a disposable camera. So like you had to like make sure that was timed really well.
Exactly. No, yeah, not a lot of candid stuff.
No,
it's
definitely like look over
captured.
Here, smile your finest smile. Do not fuck this
you
up.
are not gonna waste another roll of film. Oh my God. What else were we thinking about? One more memory real quick. My grandpa and my grandma had a wonderful place over in San Francisco. When I was growing up. And
what part?
The Richmond, actually.
Oh, nice.
A beautiful
Fancy.
place. Yeah. And they had, I mean, it was just that really cool architecture, but also inside it was just such a warm warm, cozy environment. And my grandpa had made something years ago called Sugar Town, and he had built a.
Was he a pimp?
He was called Slim from Sugar Town.
Don't turn the light on. Don't turn that light on.
But he had made like a miniature town that was probably 5 feet by 5 feet, using sugar cubes, and then shellacking them so that you couldn't get into, the ants couldn't get them. And there were all these little miniature people on like he used a mirror for ice skating little people, and
wow.
It was a really cool memory.
Interesting.
I think I have some pictures of it, but
this is what people did before money.
Yeah.
Because I mean, now you just buy the fucking village.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that is really cool. It is really cool.
No, but you're right. It's something that people did before someone had thought of all of the different niches that of like a production that you could possibly make. It actually had to come from your goddamn imagination. Where has that gone?
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's that's very sweet.
Oh, I get it.
Nope.
I get it because it's Sugar Town.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I also completely forgot. We were going to look up some of the lies and stuff of this, and the explanation of the chimney was always confusing.
Chimney.
Do you know where it came from? It actually came from that poem by Moore.
Oh,
Clement Moore. Yeah.
He came down the chimney, right?
Exactly.
Some big fat man-sized chimneys back in the 1800s.
It's magic.
It's magic.
It doesn't have to make sense, but it's still a lie.
With a wink and a twitch of his ass, or how does it? I don't know how it goes, but anyway, he magically comes down your chimney. I don't know why he even comes down at all. If he's magic, why don't the toys just like make themselves appear?
Right. It seems like
why can't the stockings just be portals for?
There are always weird limitations on magic.
Yeah,
it's all
stupid.
It.
Like why do vampires have so many weaknesses, but they only adhere to some of them depending on what movie you're watching?
Yeah,
crosses don't always work.
No, can they really just come in when you've invited them, or I've seen a lot of things where
I feel like
where
holy
they just
water
bust
works
in.
the most.
That's true.
Sure.
Because nothing's better than God. Nothing's stronger than God. Or
but
Mithra.
The crosses don't work, but the holy water does. I don't know, but it doesn't like kill them. It's just like more of an inconvenience. Why is wood their ultimate destructive tool?
Well, it's a stake through the heart. I think it has to be like holy wood. It has to be
holy wood.
I don't
That's
know.
gross.
I've never heard that, but Happy Christmas to all, and
Christmas.
to all a good night. Yeah, he would. What was it? He laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose.
Yeah, that sounds like a great Christmas to me.
Was laying a finger? Was that like?
That's a cocaine
I
reference.
know something. Oh God, yeah, that does make.
If it's a good Christmas,
that's how he gets around all the time.
You're going up the chimney or something.
Have you ever seen them tracking Santa's flight on the news?
Let's say, because we're supposed to research the worst lie of all, let's say that is the most obscene. Is on the news that they perpetuate that.
It's real weird, man.
Because not only is it a lie that they're exposing not only children to, but also adults that don't give a shit and they should be reporting on something better. But it's also so ill-conceived that it's so easy to see through the lie.
Right.
It's almost like he's only coming to your town. Like,
pretty much.
We had a science professor in middle school that I think read to us like the scientific facts around Santa Claus and how his flight on Christmas Eve night is impossible. Like he would have to travel faster than the speed of sound in order to make it to every single house.
Well, who's to say that some of that magic isn't him being able to slow down time?
Yeah, you're right. With a twist of his mustache hair and a lie on his tax exemption bill. I don't know. Like he gets there.
Yeah. And well, and it's weird too that they are advertising this on a news channel to everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about the Hanukkah elves, or the
Are there Hanukkah elves?
I don't know. There's Mensch on the bench.
Mensch on the bench?
You know how there's like Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah.
There's Mensch on the bench.
I don't know what that is.
It's a good man. I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, it's just weird. They say that there's a war on Christmas. There's not.
There's a war on Christmas? What does that mean?
It's everywhere.
Is it a Republican thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Believing in Santa too long. As we're wrapping this up, how long do you think is proper for a kid to believe in Santa? Or an adult?
I feel like that the number on that age is shrinking, maybe.
Okay.
Especially with just the perpetuation of information with
Yeah.
the internet, and just it's always readily available. Like
How does a kid avoid it?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to learn truths, I think, now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say that 10 might be the cap at this point. 12?
Oh yeah.
12
yeah.
maybe, if you live in like a really
rural area.
pro Santa town. Yeah. I don't
They don't have the internet
I think
yet.
Santa stopped believing himself after age 13.
Yeah, but that's why you have to believe in him. He's like
a fairy. You gotta clap.
He's like a fairy. Exactly. Just everyone has to. I mean, you've seen Elf. Ed Asner doesn't get up in that air until people start believing. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, he had technology to deal with that shit, right? He had anti-gravity technology.
Yeah, but it's fueled by magic.
Is it?
I don't know, man.
I guess. I don't know.
And
no, because that
belief
shit
and
broke
faith.
off, and then he flew on the
Oh, that's
belief.
right.
That's
right.
I can't wait to watch that movie. It's such a good movie.
Me too. Zoe Deschanel's so
cute.
fun in that.
So
yeah,
cute.
she is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, well, that's
cool.
our podcast on Zoe Deschanel, I think.
Yeah. How was it?
It was great. Bangs
she
or
is-
no bangs?
I don't know. I'm too quirky. I just maybe both.
I feel like my eyes are really unattractive. They're so attractive.
They're way too big.
They're way too. Oh.
They're way too big and blinky.
It's so doughy.
Gosh, why am I so quirky?
Someone said my
Nobody
eyes are
likes that.
doughy. I think that means they're fat.
So, what do you rate this?
Oh,
What do you rate Santa
yeah,
Claus?
I was like, what do I rate Christmas? Santa Claus.
Zoe Deschanel.
I rate Santa Claus. Man. I'm okay. So I like some of the memories that. No. I can't think of any memories where I was like, wow, I really believe in Santa Claus. That was Santa Claus magic. I can't think of any. Honestly, like I must have been too young. Honestly, all I can think of is the gifts. I'd say, honestly, in retrospect, Santa Claus, I'm going to give him 4 screaming, crying children's in the Krampus's pouch. I love Christmas. I don't care for Santa. I just don't.
Interesting.
No. You know what? I do like being Santa a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like perpetuating the lie, I do like seeing that Christmas magic reciprocated in my child.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
Bump it up to
will.
a 5.
I'm
5 screaming children.
okay. Nice. I don't know if that's better. I would like fewer of those. I'm gonna say I actually love Santa because
You should write him
it
a
adds.
note. Yes, no, maybe.
Oh,
so.
I did. I wrote him a bunch of notes.
And your dad
He
kept them all.
got him. He got him. No, I enjoy it because there's not a huge amount of magic in the world. It's sometimes
What about
sadly pretty
magnetism?
bland. How does that work?
No, I would say that's magic.
Yes. No, it is. Thank you, ICP.
Gross. You should probably wipe that up.
Yep. No, I will give it 8.5 dancing sugar plums in my head. In my
Yeah,
head.
I think usually they remove those before they dance too large.
No, they grow back over the years. They fill. That's what's blocking all of my memory.
My head with sugar plums.
Damn it! Oh no! Oh yeah, the big fat man is here to stay in my brain. Indeed.
Fine. Have it.
All right. And what about next time,
Well,
Christopher?
next time, the Grinch.
Oh,
That's all. It's just the Grinch. Yeah.
has his
Was
that all
which
real?
Is the best Grinch?
Oh, well, I could answer that right now, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, man, I kind of want to hear your answer.
The original one.
Yeah. Oh, you mean
1960,
the
animated one.
Chuck Jones animated one?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. That's a great version of that song. Although Tyler, the Creator, created a new song for the Benedict Cumberbatch one, and it's not half bad.
It's not bad. And the narrator was Pharrell Williams. I did just see that. I thought it was okay.
Oh,
I was surprised
nice.
by Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he did a good job. He has a good character voice.
He does, weirdly.
Like,
yeah, I didn't
Dormammu.
expect that from him. I've come to bargain. Also, next time, if eggnog will actually kill you or not. Have you heard the rumors? There aren't any.
None.
And finally, Rudolph and Dasher caught in an affair. Let's talk
I heard
about it.
he's pretty quick. Do you know that eggnog is intended to be an alcoholic drink? That the word nog comes from a European word, which basically is derived from
European? Grog. Oh, nog. Grog. Yeah. Eggnog.
Yeah. All words that rhyme are related to one another.
That's etymology.
And entomology. And psychology and zoology. Or, as I like to call it, kiss hug hugology.
Chemistry, zoology, science and technology.
Kiss
It's
hug
fun, you see.
hugology. And mology.
All right, join us next time.
Where can
for
they
now,
join us at? In between our prudecasts.
You can email us at what's it called? outofmemorypod@gmail.com, and you can tweet and Instagram us there as well.
And chirp us on Cricket Wireless.
Follow us if you can go on the iTunes or anything that rates us. That would be awesome. We appreciate it,
rate.
and we will.
I'll cut that out.
And we love you for it.
We do.
So come back next time.
It's great hanging out. Take care, everyone. Pay homage.
Bye, guys. Have happy holiday things.
Pay homage.
Whatever you.
Mithra. Enjoy the short days while you still have it. Soak up the sun.
I believe in Mithra.
Me through. Good night. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Popo Jijo.
Happy New Year.
Popo Jijo. All right.
Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Just don't do your impression of Ray Romano and you'll be fine.
Mal Santa.
Robert. What was his brother's name?
I don't know. I never watched that show. Like,
I didn't
not even
either.
An episode.
No, I didn't either.
No,
I think he had a mom.
Like Raymond.
I met the mom once on a red carpet. She was
like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you."
No, she was adorable.
She
was very
I can't
nice.
do Ray Romano for too long because it starts to sound like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, he definitely stole that whole shtick.
I wonder if that's actually